Welcome to Live to 121. This is Dr. Traveler, and what you're about to listen to was recorded live. So if I ever referred to a specific day, you'll know why, because I was doing a live video. This video is some hints and ideas of how to use the Live to 121 vibrating foam roller, which is an amazing tool. If you go on to live2121.com and check out the products, you can see how to order one for yourself. Be careful when you're rolling that you don't over roll. Just like anything, you can get too much of a good thing, but daily regular use of the Live to 121 vibrating foam roller has shown in our office to have great results for those who are suffering from pain. And since this is Live to 121, meaning we want you to live your longest, fullest, happiest life, that includes feeling really good. Because if you're in pain, that's going to be a tough life if you're going to be going that long. So enjoy the video. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, or if there is an injury that you are suffering from, go ahead and comment and we will get on that and respond as quickly as we can. So enjoy the video. Hey everybody, good morning. I hope you're ready to feel better. This is Dr. Traveler with Live to 121. Our goal and mission is to help inspire you, want to live longer. So we got to make you feel good, feel healthy. And today it's a Wednesday, so we're going to be talking about the Live to 121 vibrating foam roller again. I'm going to show some stretches today. Now, with today's stretches, what we're going to be doing, we are going to be doing some static stretching while using the vibrating foam roller. Now, here's what I want you to understand about static versus dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching is what you do, and if you watch, we're going to be posting and having some stuff up on like what I do before I work out or before I go running. That's your dynamic stretching. You want that to be more, almost like a warm-up where you're going through the movements of what you're going to be doing when you exercise or work out. Today, I'm going to be taking you through some static stretching. Now, that's more when you think of your stretching, like that's your sit and reach and things like that, where you go into a position and hold and try and stretch. Admittedly, I'm going to tell you, I've worked and I am working on my flexibility. I am not super flexible. So as you watch me, just be like, oh, that poor guy, he's working but not getting too far. I've actually come a long way, okay? But I'm going to be going into some positions and holding them. What we're going to be working on today is the posterior chain, which means basically from the back all the way down to the calves on the back side of your body. We see a lot of problems, like if you exercise a lot, or you're stuck at a desk for long periods of time, or I just feel like a lot of people have posterior chain problems. It leads to low back pain, it leads to hamstring pulls, it leads to calf strains, things like that. So I'm going to show you how you can use the Live to 121 vibrating foam roller to help loosen the posterior chain. Static stretches, so what we're doing today, these are best done after you're done working out. So when you're done working out and you've done everything that you're going to be doing, then you go into your static stretching where you're working on flexibility. You could also say these are best done kind of at the end of the day. So you don't want to start out just, stretching and pulling. That's been shown that it's not really effective and can actually sometimes lead to more injuries. What we want to do is work on the flexibility when you're done. So, okay, that's when you're going to be doing this. So, I, again, like using the Live to 121 vibrating foam roller. This is without the case. This is with the case. All of them come with a case. I like using this because you can lay it out, and then it helps kind of stabilize the vibrating foam roller as you're using it, okay? Now, what I'm going to be doing is we're working on the posterior chain, and with it right now, I can turn it on. So sometimes I don't turn it on because it makes my voice vibrate, and I am going to get up into the lower back. But basically, you got this button here on the side. We're going to hit it 4 times because you want to go pretty intense with this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can kind of see, well, we kind of lay it down. See how that moves all on its own? So it's vibrating right now. And that's why I like it with the handles, because then you can flip it this way and it just helps to stabilize. Essentially what we're going to be doing, instead of aggressively rolling, so if you've ever used a roller, you'll roll and move it around. What we're going to do is we're going to find a point, and I like going down onto the ankles. We're going to work our way all the way up. But what we're going to do is we're going to hold the position for about 10 to 15 seconds. So I'm actually going to lift up, and I've got my toes. Let me move the camera here. I'm going to bring my toes up high. So I'm stretching the calves, and I'm leaning forward. You will feel some tension there. And this is your static stretch. We're going to hold that for, like I say, anywhere from 5 to 15 seconds. And after we do that, we're going to loosen and roll up. I'll slide it so we can stay on the camera. I'm going to move it to about halfway up the calves. We're going to do the same thing. Lift, pull the toes, lean forward, and we're going to go into that static stretch, trying to keep those knees locked out. Told you, flexibility is not my strength. I've been trying to work on it with the Live to 121 vibrating foam roller. I did this one this morning after my run, and I've got so long to go, okay? And then I'm going to finish at the top part of the calves, okay? And we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to hold for a few seconds, so toes up. Oh, there, I feel a big, that's a big mean stretch. And the vibration helps, though, mitigate some of the pain. Now, after I've hit about 3 or 4 spots on the calves, I'm going to move into the hamstrings, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So we've got some vibration, and we're going to lean up. And I'm not going to focus as much on pulling the toes. You can, but now I'm going to start leaning forward a little bit more. This is turning into more of like the sit and the reach. But since we've got the vibrating foam roller under this pivot point, I personally, now you can try different things, I personally find it better to lift up and lean forward, okay? And actually what I find is we're going to hit, again, the same thing, about 3 or 4 spots here. At this point, when I get about halfway up into the hamstrings, I actually will lean up onto the vibrating foam roller and start really leaning forward. In fact, this morning when I did it, I found that it was easiest at this point to not even lift up. I just roll forward and I start just kind of sitting right on and putting all my weight down on the vibrating foam roller. And it can take that. It could take your body weight there, so you're just going to lean forward again. And then the last one, I'm going to come up into the glutes. So now I'm sitting right on it, and I'm going to be leaning forward. And now you can go into a true sit and reach, okay? Once you hit that pivot point at the hips and the glutes, you're going to be using that vibrating foam roller to loosen the glutes, that whole posterior chain, and leaning forward. Now the last thing, once I hit this point, I actually will lean forward and lean up. So let me move this forward just a little bit. And now I'm going to be in the air and I'm going to be stretching, okay? So I'm coming here. I've got the vibrating foam roller. I don't know if you can hear my voice shaking at this point. And I'm actually shooting for pulling the toes up and leaning the legs back. See how unflexible I am, but I work on it, right? And you want to lean back with the legs so you're stretching the hamstrings, even stretching up into the calves, but you really want to feel it where the vibrating foam roller is hitting you, okay? And then you're going to lift up again, legs up, lean back, and you're stretching that posterior chain. And I will come all the way up until I get about to the top of the lumbars. Again, legs up, lean back, and I'm stretching that lower back. You can feel it stretch into the glutes, the hamstrings, all the way up into the calves. And when I do that stretch, so I'll start, let me turn it off here. I'll start into the calves, do 3 or 4 stretches there, 3 or 4 stretches in the hamstring, 3 to 5 stretches up into the lumbars. And it will really help if you experience low back pain, especially after you've worked out, or if you've been maybe running and you're feeling some low back pain, some hamstring tightness, some calf tightness. So that's what my biggest thing, I'll feel that my calves start getting tight. You hit that posterior chain because it's not just the calves, it's the whole thing. It's like your whole body, basically in that lower half of your body especially. So you can use the Live to 121 vibrating foam roller to loosen it from the bottom all the way to the top. And it makes such a big difference. This is one that I've been using a lot lately for my post-workout. So this, again, static stretching and holding those positions is more for after you've worked out. And this will really help a lot, okay? Now the last thing we'll talk about, if you don't have one, if you live in the St. George area, come stop by. We've got them here. We'll give you the 20% off. So we're at 1224 South River Road in St. George, Utah. If you're in the area, come grab one. We've got either the green wave or the black dot. I don't have a black dot here. It's got the dots a little more aggressive, okay? And we'll give you the 20% off if you come in. If you don't live in the St. George area and you want that, we'll ship it to you. No cost for shipping. You get the 20% off. Go to live2121.com, click on the products, and under the promo code, you're going to type 202020. That's 202020. That gives you 20% off. We'll probably, I don't know how long we're going to be doing that one. Probably at least till the end of this month, and we're trying to decide what we want to do at that point. Okay? So go check it out. Go on to, we're putting most of these videos on YouTube when we get done. If you look, most of the days when I've got my Live to 121 Dark t-shirt on, those are the days that I show tons of exercises on how to use the Live to 121 vibrating foam roller. We've been having tons of great comments coming back, people saying this has made a really big difference from plantar fasciitis to SI sciatica pain. So go try it, check it out. I promise you'll like it. If you have any issues with them, come talk to me. If you have any questions on specific things that you want to work on with it, then DM me or just... This is Dr. Traveler with Live to 121, and I will see you guys later. See ya!